The International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies is happy to present a closer look at information management. In this video, we will answer 3 questions. What is information management? What is disaster response information management? And what is the Surge Information Management System, otherwise referred to as SIMS? On to our first question. What is information management? Let's start with a closer look at information itself. Information has been defined as knowledge derived from study, experience, or instruction. Information is all around us, so much so that we easily overlook it and often face difficulty organizing it in a useful way. When we can effectively organize information, we improve many aspects of what we do. Well-managed information enables us to make evidence-based decisions, allows us to better manage projects and people, and enhances coordination. Information management consists of 4 major activities: collecting data, collating data, analyzing this information, and disseminating the information. These 4 steps then enable decisions and reporting to occur. But how does this relate to the work of the Red Cross movement? This leads us to our next question. What is disaster response information management? When a disaster happens, Red Cross responders often face difficulties regarding information. Responders and team leaders can be inundated with information in the form of community needs reports, beneficiary lists, security information, and damage assessments, to name a few. In other instances, information may be difficult to ascertain, incomplete, or conflicting. If information is not sourced and managed properly, critical response decisions may be delayed or less effective. To address information needs for disaster response, we turn to the information management process. We first aim to collect information related to a given disaster. This is achieved in a number of ways: interviews with community leaders and beneficiaries, media reports, assessments, government data, external humanitarian partners, among many others. Then we collate this data. Through cleaning, storing, and structuring, we can turn data into useful information, such as the amount of households affected by a disaster in a community hit by a typhoon. Following collation, data is analyzed to answer important questions relating to trends, totals, gaps, and comparisons during a disaster. Finally, we take this information and determine the best way to communicate it. This can be through PowerPoint presentations or documents with helpful charts, tables, maps, or other infographics, which we then present via email, presentation, hard copy, and over many other mediums to key decision makers in a disaster response. Once these 4 steps of information management have taken place, decision makers will have access to more complete information, allowing them to make evidence-based disaster response decisions, such as how many hygiene kits to send out and to where. During reporting, disaster response information and resulting decisions can be captured in documents such as situation reports, operations updates, communications products, and plan of actions, and distributed accordingly throughout the movement. Within the Red Cross movement, international disaster response activities can be carried out within the context of our global tools, especially the Field Assessment and Coordination Team, FACT, and the Emergency Response Unit, ERU. In recent years, a need for a more organized, accessible system of managing information within these global tools has been identified. To address this need, the Surge Information Management System was initiated, which leads us to our final question. What is the SIMS project? The SIMS project is an initiative led by the Disaster Crisis Management Unit at the Secretariat and supported by the American Red Cross. It is steered by a working group made up of experienced humanitarian workers with a diverse range of skill sets. This working group consults a group of advisors such as sector specialists and field operations, communications, GIS, and IT professionals. The group is working on several important activities aimed at improving information management within the context of the global tools. One major activity is developing an IM toolkit for FACT. This toolkit will offer a wide range of forms, templates, and corresponding guidance relevant to the FACT business process. Some examples of key tools being created or further developed include a plan of arrival checklist, situation update template, situation analysis and response options, and needs capacity analysis. Another activity is establishing an IM and Geographic Information Systems, GIS, remote support structure. During disasters, IM and GIS activities can be carried out remotely if responders in the field are able to share raw data with headquarters electronically. IM workers will scrub, analyze, triangulate, and format this data to help facilitate the IM disaster response process. GIS is able to create real-time maps of response data, obtain helpful satellite imagery, and liaise with other GIS agencies. The SIMS Working Groups hopes to facilitate this process. Over the next year, the SIMS Working Group hopes to accomplish these activities in addition to several others, so be sure to keep an eye out for their progress. That concludes our information management video, supported by the American Red Cross. Thanks for tuning in!